Alrighty, yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here. In this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the jump server, or at least some of the precautions to be made before you leave the jump server, okay? Because sadly, I did not record much footage at all of me actually leveling these characters. It's kind of like a formality, honestly. It takes about 2 hours straight if you're just going and doing the scenario, and basically it'll take you through the whole game, all the dungeons, in a very condensed manner. It's very quick. You'll get to level 90 in about 2 hours, and then you'll see this prompt that you have up here at the top. So we'll start from here. As you can see, I've already completed everything, but I want to talk about everything before we click on the move server button, okay? Because this is basically when you complete these 3 tasks, you're pretty much done on the jump server, and now you can move to the regular server. But how do you know you're done with the jump server? Okay, let's make certain that you've done all of these things before you move over, because there's a lot to be had here. Now, first of all, you can see the first one is the Try Interdimensional Rift. And you're going to see it has max entries, 5 per character, so obviously that means each character can go in 5 times. Now, this is not 5 times a day like the regular server. This is 5 times in total. So you can already see I've already done my 5 runs. I did that on the first day, and it's complete. I can no longer go in here. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell would you bother only doing 5 runs? Well, they've boosted up the drop rates to such an extent that this is how many interdimensional fragments you will get out of it, which is a ton. You can get a full 9 set and a few extra pieces. So really good that you do this, because you definitely want to get your swap set. Even though the NPCs are here, it seems as though you're not going to be able to pick up your swap set here. So again, just have those held onto your person, and you'll be able to bring them when you go to the regular server. Next thing is the Anton tutorial mode. This is was confusing a little bit for a lot of people, but basically if we go over to the Anton channel right now, you'll see there is a raid channel, and what you're gonna see when you start out here on day 1, you're gonna actually see the option for Anton tutorial, and you have to do the tutorial before you unlock Anton intro mode. So completing the tutorial, it's like basically a really simplified Anton, and it even has guides on how to complete each mini boss and boss. So honestly, this is an awesome feature. I wish that this was in the regular server, but yeah, it just teaches you how to do Anton pretty quickly, and you will be rewarded with 1 Anton soul fragment. On that same day, you can go again into Anton intro mode, and you can do that once per day for yet another Anton soul fragment. So on day 1, you should be getting 2 Anton soul fragments, 1 for each of these, and then it is going to take you sadly 2 extra days of Anton intro mode to get the rest of the Anton soul fragments. But in total, you can only get 4, as is indicated here. 1 soul fragment from the tutorial mode and 3 from the Anton intro mode. Essentially 3 days is going to take you to get 4 Anton soul fragments, which, yes, you want to pick these up for reasons that we'll explain after we move to the regular server. This is not so consequential, because one of the most important things that you've got to get done, even more so than the Anton soul fragments, is you've got to get your epic set, which, as you guys can see here, I'm all decked out in the epic set that I'm going to be bringing over. And how it works is you have to run, and we're just going to go over here to the Pandemonium Rift intro mode by just changing channels here. And how this works basically is you have an Epicpedia rental system, and this is actually shared amongst both characters in the jump server that you have, so you're trying to build up your repertoire. Now sadly, you can only enter Pandemonium Rift intro mode 10 times a day, and this is probably what's going to be limiting you from going to the regular server, because what you basically have to do is farm Pandemonium Rift. You get 10 entries a day. Sadly, on your first day, you'll only get about 2 entries, because this does cost a little bit of FP to actually go into it. So you'll maybe get 2 entries on the first day, and then you'll get the full 10 every day after that. Again, if you're doing the Anton soul fragments, you're going to need 3 days anyway, so you'll basically have several entries into the Pandemonium Rift. So you'll have 10 entries per day, and then you're going to start building up your epic book. Now you can see my epic book is not completely full yet. I still have maybe 9 or so left. I think I do also still have some entries into the Pandemonium Rift mode. Yeah, I have 3 more entries, but as you can see already, I already have my epic set that I want to bring over. So yes, you don't need to fill up the whole epic dictionary thing here right now. You can see I'm still missing a bunch, but I have everything that I want to bring over. So that's all that I need. I can stop here. I pretty much have everything, and I'm good to go. A couple things, I made a mistake here. Honestly, I shouldn't have picked up the Gracia set, because what's the point of getting a damage set when I already have a damage set? I should have gotten like Dusky, because then I wouldn't have to farm it once I go to the regular server. Dusky is a set that I can use as a support set, so I made a mistake by picking Gracia. But anyway, make sure you pick up, a legendary set that looks into the future further than than I did. Secondly, make sure, hopefully you saved your level 50 and 55 rare tops that you were getting from the dungeons while you were leveling up, because they are very useful for converting. It's not a big deal, but these are worth a couple mil, or a sizable amount in the regular server if you have to buy them from someone else. So make sure you save the level 50 and 55 tops, especially level 50 for Crusaders, because they can upgrade that to Halidom. That's really useful. So aside from that, I did pick up a few pieces from the few Interdimensional Rift runs that I did, and we're good to go. So once you have all of those things, again, recap, all the interdimensional fragments, 4 Anton soul fragments, and your full epic set, you're good to go. And I'll show you how this works. Basically, it's going to tell you, you ready to move? Indeed. And it's going to go through this prompt. Now basically, here are some cautions. You can only move characters in the transfer period. You can only move 2 per account. Gold, cube fragments, and souls cannot be moved. Moving on, choose whichever that you want. And this prompt right here is only going to be available for 1 of 2 of the characters in the jump server. So I'm going to pick it for this character. And then again, we get to choose the epics that we want out of whatever we've already farmed up. But a lot of questions are going to be asked. Hey Rick, what set should I bring? Okay, and I think this was answered very, very succinctly by the mods over there on Reddit, what you should do. Okay, and I'm going to echo that here. Pick the one for your armor mastery. Okay, if you're a plate armor set like my Crusader, pick the plate set. If you're a heavy armor set like Berserker or something, pick the heavy armor set. Now there's going to be 2 sets of each type for each class, and I'm going to just tell you which ones I recommend. If you're a light armor class, pick Natural Guardian. If you're a plate armor class, pick Mana Vortex. If you're a cloth set class, pick Elemental Dropper. If you're a leather-based class, pick this set right here, the Tactical set. And if you are a heavy armor set, pick Spider Queen. Okay, that's pretty much a generic thing. Just keep in mind, okay, most of the armor sets are just temporary. You're only going to have these for a few weeks, and then you're going to upgrade to the 90 set. So it doesn't really matter. It's not too important so long as you stayed within your armor mastery, because you got to look past just the level 85s. Okay, because you're going to be upgrading them. The same thing can be said about the accessories, okay? I've heard some people claim that they picked up the Ice Princess set. I don't understand why, because this is a set that lasts longer, okay? You got to look past just the level 85, okay? The refined set is something, especially the ring, is something that is invaluable in 90 cap. Of course, it's not going to be useful in 95 cap, but up until Beast content, Luke content, everything, the refined ring is something you can use in all of that content, whereas this kind of stuff is just temporary and will be replaced eventually. So I suggest picking up the entire Amnesia set, and the only exception to this I think would be maybe female Satyr. She doesn't have to pick the full Amnesia set. Maybe she drops a bracelet and instead picks up the Bloodstained Cuffs for extra int. But aside from that, dude, like, no question about it, I would always get the Amnesia set. Always. And Cold Princess, it's not very important. It's something you're going to replace with, Infinite Avarice in like, a month or 2 or something. You're not going to be using this for very long. The last 2 pieces, no question, no debate, Time Traveler, Silver Watch, and Dethroned King's Tears. Mostly because this is a reset, and again, for the same reasons that Amnesia is good, Time Traveler is good as well. So, and those are the ones that you should pick. So that's what I'm picking on this character. Easy as that. There's not much room for debate on this, guys. If you made the mistake, I'm sorry. I've seen some screenshots already, and I feel kind of bad. But that's unfortunate. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, final confirmation. Let's do it, and character should be moving over now. Now the thing you'll notice is that the character that you move over, you'll have to change the name. The name that you reserved over there on the jump server is not shared with this server, so if you try the same name, it probably won't exist. So I know for a fact actually that the name I had is already taken here, so I'll need to make up another name. Ah, shit, okay, I really went in and I wasn't recording, sadly, so anyway, once you actually select your character name, go ahead and jump onto the character, and you will be mailed some things, of which I sadly already opened, but you kind of get the idea. Okay, you're going to be mailed these items, for instance, some crit beads. I've got some elemental damage beads, and at least on this character, it's going to be very easy. Yes, just go ahead and throw them onto your epic gear, and just, they're not the best, but they're definitely better than nothing. 6 elemental damage and stuff like that. Put it on our accessory set. Same thing with the crit that they gave me. I got some magic crit, and most recipes, I mean, I can't confirm this for sure, but most recipes, whenever you have enchantments or reinforcement, amplification, whenever you use a recipe to upgrade that gear, the stats will be retained. So that's kind of the nice thing of You probably, when we upgrade these to the 90 set, they'll probably keep these enchantments anyway, but don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Got 1,000 clear cube fragments, and it even gave me 500 rare souls as well. So aside from that, guys, we're not yet done with this character, because basically once we move them to the regular server, this is when I guess the real event starts. We've got some tasks to do, and mainly the one we're looking at, I mean, yes, this is nice, right? If you want to pick up your Minoleum and start farming that quickly, start doing Luke Dungeon, hell, get into raid. But the thing about it is, you're like at the bare minimum is what you need to get into Luke raid, so I wouldn't hinder yourself with worrying about this. This is very easy to make up this 14 Minoleum if you decide not to do this. Now, the thing you cannot ignore right now is the clear Anton raid. Okay, we need to do Anton raid up to 8 times before the event ends on the 18th, which basically means you don't have a lot of time. Okay, we can only do Anton raid 2 times a week, so you basically need 4 weeks worth of raids to be able to clear this effectively. Now, it's definitely within your possibility to do that, but you got to start pretty early right now, so make sure you start farming this up. Solo Anton does count for this, so you don't have to jump into raid, and honestly, with this setup, you should be strong enough to do at least solo Anton to be able to get the 90 recipe, okay? And that's what we're trying to do sooner rather than later. So honestly, I'm going to jump into here and do solo Anton and prove to you guys it is possible to do it on this character. It's more than good enough. I do it on much weaker characters than this. What the fuck is wrong with my Turk Magachi? Did you guys see that? It was spazzing out. Okay. Alright, so I kind of pulled a fast one on you guys. This is my other satyr on my main account. But anyway, guys, there are a couple things I suggest doing that are going to help you out, especially depending on what kind of content you do. First of all, make sure that you use up your interdimensional fragments from the jump server to get your swap set. Now, in this case, since I'm going to be doing solo Anton on this character, I actually picked up the spiritual revelation set because that buffs up my Holy Ghost Mace. Now, if you want a support set, of course, get the support set. I think that's 9-piece Vow of Silence. So make sure, you know, whatever you're going to be doing this character, whatever you're going to be using it for, get that. Now, there's going to be, you know, you're missing a lot of stuff on this character, right? Obviously, we just jumped the character over. For instance, you probably don't have a clone set. I picked one up real quickly. I just pick up a clone set. You probably don't have an aura. This is a really nice aura right now. I picked this up from the last package sale. I just threw that onto this character, which is really nice. You probably don't have a creature or insignia. Obviously, we're not going to have time for that. But, you know, we're going to have to start building up our repertoire for the character, right? We're going to start, you know, swap sets and stuff like that. Another thing is you probably will not have any kind of carnelian just yet. So we need to farm up some carnelian so that we can upgrade, well, 2 things. We need to upgrade the armors that we brought from the jump server. Those are the rare armor top. In this case, I'm probably going to do the 55 so I can get my Holy Ghost Mace up. But then we also need the high-tech ring. So that comes from the high-tech ring. This quest, Melvin Shames quest, because that's yet another level to our swap set. So, you know, we need to start working towards all these things because this character is just jumping into it. He's going to be missing out on some stuff. You can see I am farming a little bit of the Saint Horn because I want to get Sea God Pants for, you know, another +1 level. I'm currently farming Pandemonium Rift right now because there is a quadrathlon event. You know, I'm trying to integrate him back into the regular server. So there's, you know, a lot of stuff we're missing because we jump so quickly. We don't have a lot of carnelian, so we need to start farming that up and doing the dailies that give us carnelian. But as far as we're concerned here, guys, this character is one of the stronger characters despite not having a lot of these things, right? Again, another resource that you can use if you fucked up like I did is you can go ahead and go into the Glory Crystal shop, and then you can get yourself some sets this way. As well as if you know, I'm going to need a couple of swap sets, and if I don't want to farm Interdimensional Rift as much, then I can just get them here. So use everything you got to try to boost this character, guys. Another thing I might suggest is that your new character will not have, you know, I already invested in him pretty quickly. Your new character will not have like an inventory or safe expansion. I suggest getting that. Luckily, we have the Turk Magachi event going on right now where you can, you know, get an inventory and safe expansion automatically, and you can use those on this character. Stuff like that. You know, if you want to get a Faithful Owl, get that on this character as well. If you have any extra titles from past, you know, sales, you can just throw one onto this character and make him a little bit stronger. It's probably not going to be as good as you want it, at least with the buff satyr. You probably want some swaps, but who would have guessed that you would be having a character like this already? So, you know, just keep that in mind, okay? Just because you have the gear in this slot, there's a lot of other gear in this game to min-max your character and make him more along the lines of your other characters. In the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and jump into solo raid. But alrighty guys, a few things I kind of learned about this, and I'm going to end the video with this knowledge, and it's going to be very helpful for you guys. As you guys can see, this is the first day that you're able to do Anton raid, and as you can see, I have 2 out of 8 clears done already. First day, 2 clears, and the way I got that done was actually both of your jump characters will apply to the same clearance count here. So these 15 clears is between both of your jump characters. Anton raid clears between both of your characters. Since this character is not the one that has all my epics, I actually bought a raid. I just, you know, somebody was doing some raid carries. I just bought a raid, and so I just wanted to see, and indeed it does count. So really, it's only going to take you 2 weeks to get 8 Anton raid clears, right? Tomorrow I'm going to get another 2, and then it's just going to be until next week, and then we'll have the recipes available, which is nice. I still think that the recipes themselves, you'll need 2 Anton soul fragments, and it's not very clear whether or not you need 2 for the whole set or 2 for each piece. In any case, you're going to probably need 10 Anton soul fragments, but luckily enough, you can see right here, here's the 4 that I got from the jump server, and then after today's raid, I actually got 120 condensed Antonium. So honestly, we just need to do like 6 raids or so, and we're gonna get the 6 Anton soul fragments, and we don't even need to be lucky about it. So it's gonna take maybe 6 raids after, you know, you go over to the jump server before you get 10 Antonium, and you're gonna be able to upgrade your epic armor set, and you're pretty much done. So 2 weeks to get the recipe and 3 weeks to get the whole 90 set. I mean, this is really, really good, but you'll need to abuse both characters, not just the one that has epics, which is, you know, you can go about it different ways. Maybe you only want to do the one that has epics, make it easier for yourself, so you don't have to buy raids or anything like that. But you know, if you want to amplify it, just do the 2 characters that you have, and you should be good to go. So cool. And with that, guys, hopefully I was able to show off what the key features are about the jump server and what you should do, what things you shouldn't do. Like I got the wrong legendary set, but yeah, there you go. That's the jump server. If you're wondering why I got a spear battle mage, is because I've already got another pole battle mage. So you know, I have too many characters, guys. This jump server was a little bit too good of an event, and I had to make a duplicate. Might as well make a duplicate of, you know, battle satyr here, and then I got support satyr here, and then I got, you know, pole battle mage here and a spear battle mage there. I got to get creative, guys. If you're gonna give me an event to make a duplicate character that has a level 90 epic, might as well not make one I already have. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There was a little bit of the jump server, and make sure to jump into it. You know, with this new revelation, you don't need to be on the cutting edge and be doing this like day 1, but you do have to put in a little bit of effort into your jump characters to get these 90 rewards, which if you don't get, you will absolutely regret. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you nights later.